Hello and welcome to John Redmond, Power of Attorney. I'm Attorney John Redmond.
And I'm Shauna Sanford. Well, every week we tackle a different area of the law, and this week we'll be talking about something that affects just about all of us, employment law.
What are your rights as employees? How can you know if you're being treated fairly and lawfully? If you own a small business, what are your rights and responsibilities when it comes to your employees? We'll get to these answers and your questions with our guest, Attorney Glenn McGovern. But first, as always, let's get to this week's legal news.
All right, thank you, John. Well, if you got a chance to read Sunday's paper, then you probably saw the special report with the headline, DWI arrests are through the roof, but roads aren't getting much safer. Now, according to the article, Louisiana is the 4th highest in the nation when it comes to the rate of drunk driving fatalities. The article says it is undeniable that drinking and driving is a major public health problem in Louisiana. It's very unfortunate, but it's very true.
Well, the reality is that we are a college state. We have a lot of colleges in the state of Louisiana. We have 4 colleges right here in the greater New Orleans area. We're a party town. We've got the French Quarter, famous for all the live music, all the nightclubs. We're a mecca, to borrow a phrase, where a lot of young kids like to go and they like to party. And it's a sad reality that a lot of kids make bad decisions. They get behind the wheel, they drink, they drive, and you know what happens next.
Exactly.
Car accidents.
Well, let's talk about the legal side of this. Is it that the laws aren't tough enough? Is it that they're not being enforced? What is the legal side of this issue?
Well, unfortunately, I think the culture is, it allows too many college kids to think that they can just have that one more drink and then take their car keys, get behind the wheel and drive. I think education is what's the biggest factor here that's lacking. I think the laws are plenty stiff enough, and I think that the police are doing everything they can. I mean, we also have one of the highest murder rates in the country. We've got terrible crimes, and we have the most full prisons in the world, maybe. So the police are doing everything they can. I really think that education is one piece of the puzzle that, from my perspective, needs to be handled. Okay.
All right. Well, another story says that as of today, if you want to buy a DVD, an iPod, or book online, it is perfectly legal to resell it on eBay, Craigslist, or anywhere on the internet. But there is a battle over copyright protections that's being taken up by the U.S. Supreme Court this week that really could change all of that. And we're not just talking about reselling things online, but even if you have a garage sale, this could potentially affect a lot of people.
The case could be huge. The impact could affect absolutely anybody and everybody who goes online and wants to sell or even purchase a product that, I don't know anyone who has not gone online and bought something.
Right.
The Supreme Court is poised to make a decision on a case. It came from a young man named Supap Kurtzang, if I'm pronouncing that right. He was an enterprising young man who found out that he could buy textbooks in, I think in Thailand.
That's right.
And he was buying these textbooks for college students. He could find them much cheaper in Thailand and sell them to American college students at a fraction of the cost. And he made hundreds of thousands of dollars while a copyright suit was brought against him. But I remember in college and law school, I was able to buy used textbooks. They were only a couple of years old, and instead of spending $100, $200 for one textbook, I could buy them at a fraction of the price. The copyright suit is looking for the United States Supreme Court to say, you can't sell a used textbook, you can't sell a compact disc, a DVD with movies on it that originally you had to buy new from the manufacturer. You can't resell it without the permission of the original copyright holder. It would be draconian. It would be dramatic to suddenly say you can't, after you buy it, turn around and sell it to your brother, your family member. It's going to be a huge decision if the court actually comes out against the individual product purchaser.
All right, a lot of people are going to be watching this for sure. Okay, all right. Well, when we come back, we're going to have our guest in studio to talk about employment law. It is something that affects all of us. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.